Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear. This is the quick and dirty review of the Niwalker Vostro flashlights. So here we have the two versions of the Niwalker Vostro, the BK-FA01 with the Cree XM-L2 LED, BK-FA02 with the MT-G2 LED. That's pretty much the only difference between the two is the LED. So same body, same interface, take the same batteries and everything like that. But you'll see just the LED makes a huge difference in the beam. So really tight focused beam on the FA01 with that XM-L2 LED and more of a spread out wide area illuminating beam on the FA02. So distance, area illumination, although the FA02 still goes out a pretty incredible distance for a light this size. So some basic specs on the two. FA01, 1280 lumens all the way down to 3 lumens on the lowest output, 755 meters of beam distance, which is pretty crazy for a light this size. 2420 lumens all the way down to 2 lumens on the FA02, 523 lumens or 523 meters of beam distance on the FA02 with that MT-G2 LED. Still really solid throw, especially considering the size and the output. Okay, so these are powered by 8 CR123 batteries or 4 18650 batteries. 18650s I always recommend, a little bit more of an upfront cost, but if you use the light a lot, it'll save you a lot of money in the long run. And lights like these, you know, you want to take them and show them to your friends, use them around the house, use them in your backyard, use them in your walking dog or something like that. You're probably going to go through batteries pretty quickly. And we have bundles of the light and the batteries and a charger that'll save you money. Definitely the way to go unless you're going to be very, very rarely using it. Simple interface on these. So the interface is all completely controlled by the rotary ring, and it's the same on both. So make sure the battery tube is tightened in there. So we're going to go one to the left, and that's going to be strobe. And then to the right is just your regular outputs. Super low output on the first one, and they keep on going, and it just gets brighter. And that's it. You know, no fancy programming or flashing modes or multiple buttons or anything like that. It's all completely controlled by this rotary ring. So this is a good light to give for somebody that wants just a simple light, or give it to somebody that's maybe kind of technology averse that doesn't understand programming and multiple switches and all that kind of stuff. This is just a real simple light. Just turn the ring until you get to the output that you want. And still a lot of versatility in there. So you still have several different outputs and the strobe. And so it's a really nice interface, pretty easy to use. Let's take a look actually at the LEDs down in there so you can see the size difference. So there's your MT-G2 LED, XM-L2. You can just see the size difference between the two, and there's a big difference in the beams that you'll see better when we go outside. So I have 4 AT650s in here right now. You can actually use fewer than that. If you only have a couple batteries, you're not going to get the same runtime or output, but you can use 2, 3, or 4 AT650s, or 4, 6, or 8 CR123s in these. It's pretty cool that you have the versatility of, you know, maybe you don't have all the batteries that you need. You can still throw them in there and get the light powered just at a lower output and not quite as much runtime. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and take both of these outside. Actually, before they do that, some other stuff that it comes with. Nice holster, so it just slides down in there, holds the light. You have some spare O-rings, you have a lanyard, and then you have a carrying bag. So it'll help keep the light from getting scratched up, even though it does have nice type 3 hard anodizing that is really scratch resistant, be able to help keep it from scratching other things. And the user manual, a bunch of good information in there. And as always, you can get the full specs on our site. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these outside. We'll show you how they do outside. Alright, we're outside with the two Niwalker Vostro models. We're going to go ahead and give the FA01, the XM-L2 version, a shot first. So on the lowest output, you know, you're not going to get any great distance. It's more for up close kind of stuff. And then you can start cranking it up. You can see you get the higher output. Start lighting up more at once. Get the better distances. And then all the way up, you get that super bright focused hotspot. You can see how focused this thing is. So this really excels at distances. For up close kind of stuff, XM-L2 probably is not the way to go. It just gets so focused, you get kind of a tunnel vision effect. But you can see when you start getting out to 100 feet or more, this thing does extremely well. You'll see that better if you watch the extended review. We go out to a further distance, you'll see the difference between the two LEDs. So that's the XM-L2. Let's try out the MT-G2 so you can see how much of a difference there is between the two, even though the lights look pretty much exactly the same. So I'm cranking it up through the different outputs, and there it is all the way up. So you can see how much larger the hot spot or that bright part in the center is. The spill's still super bright. Very, very different beams on these, even though again they look pretty much exactly the same in terms of the appearance of the flashlights. So I really like the MT-G2, but if you need that extreme distance to 700 plus meters, XM-L2 is the way to go. Or if you just like the more focused beam, you know, some people like the more focused beam. So we'll do them side by side, XM-L2 and MT-G2, so just so you can quickly see the difference. Kind of shining back and forth. Alright, so there you go. That's the Niwalker Vostro flashlights. If you like them, you can buy them from us at goinggear.com. And again, if you want to see a much more in-depth video, we go out to longer distance, we talk about the stuff in more detail, check the link in the description, and that's it. Thanks for watching.